you can get a really good game and get some early BKB, that would kind of maybe good, but overall, looks hard, man.
It is a difficult task indeed, but if they want to proceed in this tournament, Titan have to show that they are up to the task. As we get off underway, they're smoked up early on, trying to make sure they can provide as much of an advantage to Setsu as early on as humanly possible. For Team Zero, they don't necessarily need to snowball this game. For them, the win condition is, guys, as long as we're not getting crushed by 15 minutes, we get our items at regular intervals, we should be fine. But we'll see if they get a first blood as well, as Mercy try to get himself away with the snowball. Blood grenade slows him down. They almost kill him off. Fairy fire barely keeps him alive, but unfortunately, Beyond finds the void, and now they find the puck as well. Setsu might end up ticking out. Survives on 15 HP. Very lucky to be able to survive that, but also in the position where you definitely have to go all the way home now to heal. If you could ask for a worse start here, Lizard, the only way it gets worse is if one of your cores is the first one killed, but this is not good, especially because the Night Stalker is the one that gets the first blood.
Yeah. You don't want to give him and they smoke up again, by the way. They ward up and they're looking for more. Like you said, probably not the best hero to give the first blood to. And look at this bear, by the way. He might be dead.
It's dead. Oh no. Okay, so you lost your bear, 300 easy gold. Going the way of Team Zero, they lost the first blood. And it went to Beyond as well. And to make matters worse, now Lone Druid is without a bear for the first wave. Feels bad, man.
Dude, this Night Stalker has a full bracer and a full raid band, and the lane didn't even start. Hey. Good luck, have fun on this bottom lane, Naga. I mean, at least Naga has a pretty good lane versus Night Stalker, right? So when you look at it that way, that's something at least.
Yeah, but now with so much armor and the HP pool, Beyond cannot be harassed anymore. It's gonna turn into just a free lane for everybody, right? So it'll be nice and simple. Top lane, Mercy needs to be careful here not to eat too much harass, because at any given point, once CTY hits level 3, level 4, they can run him down. He's already being muscled out of the lane here. Although he has accomplished his mission, we'll be able to drag the wave in, assist 8 old 11 in controlling the equilibrium up top.
Yep. Old 11 meanwhile just trying to deny as much as possible under the tower versus the Clinks. And Mercy is just trying to do whatever he can. Like you said, this lane is not easy for him. Lone Druid and Tusk into Jakiro. Let's see, maybe they have Snowball but no shards. No level 2. Ice though.
Bottom lane, Ice. He's fine. Dude, I'm telling you, this Lion hero is super tanky these days. I don't know what it is. It just feels impossible to kill. Ice is chilling, man. Remember, this man has 1 TI. He knows exactly what he's doing on the hero.
Is that how it is? That's the rule. If you want TI, you're just good forever.
Exactly.
That's how it
you
is.
never get washed. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm fine with that. However, Ice,
he's fine, bro. I told you, he's a TI winner. Had a fairy fire. You know, got underneath the tier 1. He's okay. No problem.
Got the salve, a mango. Gonna go back in the lane, suck some mana. And there we go.
Oh, this is so annoying. While this is happening, though, old 11, they do manage to isolate the Jakiro. Catch him out and kill him close to the tier 1 tower. Was a bit of a dive there, but certainly well worth it for them. Getting some revenge for earlier. And setting up old 11. This is the gold that he definitely needed. Should help him accelerate in this game. And they cannot play with a poor Lone Druid in this game.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising he dies there, right? But as a Jakiro Lone Druid, as a Jakiro Clinks versus Lone Druid and Tusk, I feel that the lane shouldn't be that difficult up until like level 3, when they can get on top of you.
Flew a bit too close to the sun. As we see down bottom, Ice around will end up taking a tumble. Undyne finds him and says, alright, you can de-ward me, my friend, but certainly gonna cost you your life. That feels pretty good. Oh, and Undyne misses the de-ward, unfortunately. Game is hard, man. So let's talk about mid for a second, fam. 7E versus Setsu. This is more or less going as expected with the Slaughter versus Puck. Is there any potential of maybe Mercy at some point rotating to the mid lane once Puck hits level 6 to kill also?
I feel like there's... Oh, misses the stun. Okay. I feel like there's kill potential on both sides. Puck is extremely squishy into a Slardar. If you get stunned twice in a row, all he needs is a lion follow-up and you can easily take him down. But then again, like you said, once Puck hits 6, Slardar, he can't really sprint away.
Beyond getting himself rooted up, but he's chilling. Undyne doing a pretty good job of trying to put forth as much harass as possible. And actually, Undyne might die for this. Might have gone too close. ISI's almost killed him off, but might have gotten baited in himself. Eating a lot of damage from these Riptide illusions. But does manage to step off back. Bro, we're seeing the advantage of having that early Bracer and the Wraith Band. If not for those two items, Beyond would have been harassed out like quite a long time ago, but he is just so tanky that he can just stick around for so long.
Yeah, we are seeing just how much of an impact the First Blood and the Bear had on the Night Stalker, but we're also seeing just how good of a pick this Naga was into the Night Stalker. At least he just can't really lane against her, not at the moment at least. Later on, when the night comes, it becomes a bit better because you can maybe even chase her down. But right now he just feels useless.
It's nighttime for now, but not really much can be accomplished. But that does mean Undyne needs to be careful down bottom to not run afoul of these heroes and end up getting killed off.
Imagine getting 300 gold from the Bear and getting, what, 200, 300 from the First Blood? I don't even know how much it is anymore. And still, like, losing the lane, you know? not being done. Ice, dead again.
Dead again. Fly ends up being the one to get the kill onto him. And that must feel good for this Naga Siren. Fly getting pretty damn farmed. Ferrying in what looks like his 4 power trades, and at the same time, top Jakiro ends up dead again. Mercy. You mentioned it earlier, once they hit that level 3 mark, it can happen. And mid lane, 7E doesn't need assistance from the rest of the team. He solo kills Setsu on the Puck. Are you kidding me? I feel not be happening.
It can. It really can. Like, Slardar is relatively strong on the mid lane, especially versus someone like a Puck. So gotta be careful. Tusk though,
he might get another kill here onto Mercy. Mercy, no way for you to snowball except onto the Slaughter, my friend. So you are certainly gonna die here. Tries to outplay them with a nice little freeze from Undyne. Ice supplying the damage from long range, and they don't manage to get the kill. 70 instead will settle for the Crystal Maiden. And Mercy says, thank you, my friend. I will always remember your sacrifice, as he gets to escape alive.
Yeah, I really like the way that 70 moved uphill to use the stomp so no one can approach him, like the Tusk or the Puck. In case they do, they get stunned. Top lane, Lone Druid.
Speaking of stuns, we're going to be stuns going towards the Lone Druid. Beautiful fear coming out of Old 11, but probably still going to end up dead here. CTY gets one more right click. What a snowball from Mercy. Interrupts the kill potential, gets through the ice shards, and they end up bringing down Mercy instead. CTY though, still on the chase, but he's falling so low on the HP. Undyne freezes him up, and they end up killing him off. This fight's not over just yet though, because Old 11 will eat the dual breath, but unfortunately for him, Puck as he dies, they do manage to bring down the hero. And yeah, like you mentioned, Puck dies all by his lonesome to 7E. But what a bloodbath in the top 7 though. Really played really well there. Him and Mercy ensured that that fight did not end up being a disaster.
Yeah, that was a super outplay by Lone Druid, running back, fearing, joking around the trees. Certain he is dead, but he just heals way too much. Like Spirit Link, that's a feels good, man. Right? It's such a nice thing to have on the Lone Druid. The rework on it is probably why the hero is so strong at the moment. One of the things. Definitely makes your life a lot easier when you don't have to even have regen in the lane.
Our bottom lane, we see that during this nighttime, be a kill onto Fly. Man, that is a mega value kill. They exploit the fact that Undyne had to leave to protect elsewhere on the map. So they're like, well, make this a 1v2 affair down bottom. That's huge because of how bad earlier on for Beyond. Now things are definitively going really well. Lane equilibrium is not going to go anywhere, but they might get revenge onto Ice here. They're bringing in Fly. Mercy's nearby. And here we go. Ice, nice to know you, buddy. but will be easily surrounded and killed off. Very nice revenge for them.
Yeah, can they catch? I don't think they can do enough to Night Stalker. There's no way. Like overall, you can see that both teams are playing really well around the map, responding to each other's moves. The only difference, there's a mid difference right now. You know, mid diff is real.
Mid-diff.
Yeah, Slardar, they do have the same lasted 49, 48, whatever, but 2 kills on 70. Like, 2 solo kills on him.
But the help is
big
coming in
difference.
from Titan though. They rotated in both supports, smoked up as well. 70 might have gone too far forward. He's been jebaited in, dreamcoiled underneath the tier 1 tower. He's gonna try and bring Setsu down with him, but will not be enabled to do so. Undying, let's rip with the freezing field. Setsu, even better, is the one that gets the kill, ends the killing spree, and able to eat the mid lane quite significantly.
You know what he did? He refilled the bottle. If only he connected this play together with Slardar. I'm not sure why they didn't do it like that. You know, if the two of them go on the puck, it's almost certainly a kill. But this way, or at least they counter the gank. This way, Slardar just dives. Looks a bit silly.
I know sometimes your team is feeding themselves. You're like, ah, guys, don't worry about it. Everything is going
Lone Druid.
gravy. Oh, snap, we're in trouble. Speaking of trouble, Lone Druid, like you say, he's going to be the one that's getting ganked right now. Beyond activates the Hunter in the night, goes forward with the silence. They get the fear off yet again. Old 11 being kept alive once more, and Mercy doing what he can. But there is a little bit too much damage, and now Mercy might have just doomed himself. He's going to end up getting brought down just underneath the tier 1 tower. And while this was happening, they also end up losing the Crystal Maiden in mid. So they connect on 3 kills simultaneously all across the map. Team 0, despite the failure of losing Slaughter middle, they punch back immediately as they respawn.
Yeah, that's the difference, right? When you finally join in the game with your boy Night Stalker. Like on bottom lane, he can't really do a lot, but across the map you can see how difficult it is for Lone Druid to do much. Even the Tusk didn't really accomplish a lot because Night Stalker is flying, can't really use the shards against him.
Night Stalker. I want to see how this game is going to develop for Beyond, but I also want to see when Fly deems it necessary to start being in this game. It is Nagascience, so it's going to take a while. So for a while, Beyond is going to be the one setting the tempo for everybody. After Manta, are we just getting a regular Nagascience game? I'm not getting no shenanigans today, no weird builds.
It looks that way, right? Like going for Manta. If he goes for some disable or just tank up, I would just tank up in the game such as this one.
Speaking of disable, they get Ensnare out onto CTY and they're all in onto a Mercy. Actually goes to the far side, looking to bring down the Lion first. Will be able to set up for the ice kill. Jakiro though drop down the Macro Pyre. A lot of damage going out onto Undyne. They do manage to bring down this Crystal Maiden. ZZQ fairly low on the HP.
So tanky.
But there's a big wall of fire and a huge pool of HP to punch through. So Setsu does not want to take the risk of jumping, maybe getting killed in the process.
I think he has... Okay, after Slardar and Night Stalker, he's the highest HP pool. Hero health pool in the game.
Health pool. Replace Lotus pools with health pools. That's what I want to see.
It's funny that
Top lane.
also, by the way...
The guy that you mentioned that has higher HP will wind up dead underneath the tier 1. The Lion is credited or helping out with getting that kill. Setsu though easily brings him down afterwards.
Oh,
So they almost killed this. Mercy, he's still alive. Tusk, he's fine, dude. He's okay. He's not gonna die.
He was
He will
literally one hit away. He had 10 HP. One hit away from dying to the wolves. And he didn't really... there's no reason for him to die, that's the thing. Like, he has Tranquils, he has Arcane Boots. He doesn't even have to go base.
He survives, he's Gucci. On the bright side for Titan as well, they managed to take the tier 1 tower, opening up some space on the map for Naga to farm there. They've changed how the creeps work with these side camps, so I expect Fly is going to be chilling for a while, so that means that the next phase of the game, it's all going to be on you. They have to counter these rotations coming from Beyond and 70. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, right now, I feel if you're Team 0, what you do is you send a line where Naga on that lane, he doesn't necessarily have to do anything more but destroy her illusions. You know, outpush the lane, destroy the illusions. That's it. It slows her down quite a bit. It doesn't feel like much. Oh my god, I'm destroying illusions, whatever. But it slows Naga's item progression quite a lot.
I think he's got the memo. Ice is rushing in for this Aghanim shot, so he is ready to go. And speaking of ready to go, 7E is inverse right now. Let's see if he can find a target. He comes across Mercy, who is next to a sentry, but it's not going to matter. Mercy should end up dead here. They're going to drop down the macro pyre for this one as well. 7E, they're going to get snowballed into as older level to try and help out. The stomp will be there, but Mercy somehow is still alive. Will end up dead at long last, but this might cost the life of ZZQ. Undying
And 7E.
gets the freeze out onto 7E, a much bigger target. The Slaughter dies first. The fear onto the Jakiro sends him back directly into the path of an illusory orb. Allows Puck to grab himself the double kill and sets to his fortunes, man. Very tough laning phase for him, but ever since then, his team has been on point in bringing him back into this game.
Yeah, I think that maybe Team Zero right now is overestimating their strengths with these ganks. Like they're moving with heroes that don't really have burst potential, like Slardar and Jakiro, right? That doesn't strike me as the killer combo. Slardar and Lion, however, that's scary because you can blow up a target before a Tusk manages to snowball, Ice Shard, delay. You can't get countered, that's what I mean. Here they go mid.
Gonna try again, but they didn't come with the Lion. Yet again, you mentioned that they didn't connect simultaneously, so Puck will live. Undyne might not be so lucky, although the fear from Old 11 prevents that. And now Mercy, he snowballs in, hoping to try and force a fight here. Dream Coil on the 3. Old 11's bear is still alive. They haven't been able to get any kills just yet. They do finally bring down the bear, and the stomp into the Earth Spike will allow Undyne to get brought down as well, which enables them to chase Mercy and find both supports underneath the tier 1 tower. It took a little bit longer than next. They do nonetheless find the kills and take down the tier 1 tower in this mid lane.
The cooldowns that they have are way too low. So you can't think that, okay, if they used everything, we're fine. No, they're gonna use it again and again and again. They're just going to continue chasing you. And if you fall behind the tier 1 tower feeling you're safe, you're gonna die. Especially if nighttime has been used. So you gotta be careful in these next engagements. And that was all without the Clinks, I believe, right? He wasn't there with the Dezo.
No, he was not. He was chilling farming. He had to go home just before that gank happened to heal up. So he's been chilling, enjoying life. So we have one of those classic games. This actually feels like a classic China game, man. The 2 carries off on the map, not really being involved at all, and everybody else just running at each other and brawling. It's very fun to watch.
Yeah, if I have a Naga though, I understand. If I have a Clinks, perhaps I'm not all for it as much. I feel like Clinks in a game such as this one could really add to the team fight. Like you have a Dezo, you know, like you're already really strong with the Slardar Amplify, Corrosive Haze.
Speaking of Slaughter, he manages to skirt a very close line between death and life as he manages to leave the lane just before the Puck arrives, the Blink Dagger.
They might find
it
Clinks.
doesn't seem like they know where he's at. Yeah, they might find Clinks instead. They have Vir, but CTY is also in a pretty good position. They don't know where the rest of the team is, so it's a kind of a risky proposition. And they're going to go for it anyway. Looking towards CTY. They make the gamble, and it turns out the gamble was successful because there's no allies arriving in time. Easy kill for them. The question is, will they manage to get out? The Slaughter, okay, he TP's out. He doesn't want to actually stay in that particular position. So, they get the assassination, and it looks like they'll escape from it as well.
Well, maybe not
Mercy.
every
Mercy.
single one. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he's stuck around a little bit too long in that situation.
Undyne?
Undyne.
Yeah, he's out.
He's cool. Okay, nice kill onto the Slinks. Team Zero, do you think this is a smoke they should be going for? Because they immediately want to re-engage from this.
I think they're ready to fight constantly. I also should be fighting. You are playing into a Naga. What I also feel that should be happening is I feel that these Clinks should be following them. Orchid, I don't feel it changing too much. You already have so much control. Like, look at this. No.
They found Puck. That was actually a god. Did you see what he did? He blinks. First, he just runs with normal Guardian sprint to force the Puck to blink away, and then he chases him with Slithering Crush. That was so smart.
Yeah.
Shout out to 7E.
Yeah, really, really nicely done. Also, Puck actually using the orb, dying on the other. Okay, so you have this cornucopia now. It should have it. A couple of gold on Clinks. Together with the Dazzle, with the Oblivion Staff, Orchid is almost completed. What do you think the value of Orchid here is? I guess the Lone Druid, right? Like he's the one that you can kill off easiest. Then Puck, of course.
He's gonna get it much faster now that they killed off Undyne. But yeah, I think it's Lone Druid first and then Puck. I imagine he's gonna rely on 7E and Ice Ice to deal with the Puck, and he deals with the Lone Druid. And speaking of the Puck, Puck is right now trying to chase down this Night Stalker, forcing Beyond to try and escape here. Flying over the Twin Gate. It looks like he should be fine here, unless Fly has something to say about it. He wants to re-engage with the Song of the Siren. He's going back in. They killed off Mercy in the meantime, forcing a buyback to come in from Undyne. And now they found Fly, who ran headlong into 4 heroes by himself, Lizard. He ends up dead. They're going to bring down the bear. And Old 11, all of a sudden, completely isolated. CTY happy to rack up some Deso charges here. And they might get 1 or 2 more because Zetsu going to get bashed up by 7E, killed off by the Slaughter, and creates a situation where Team Zero end up finding a full team wipe. Yes, the Crystal Maiden brought back, but it's so successful, and Crystal Maiden might still die here. Undyne is in a lot of danger. Yep, it's gonna be a 6-hero fight, my friend. As Undyne dies, another Deso charge for CTY, and presumably a tier 2 tower for overall.
Yeah, for sure, they can get this. And this was exactly my point earlier. Like, why isn't Clinks joining and doing exactly this? You guys are so damn strong. Like, Titan cannot fight you. Not properly, at least. They need to get some pick-offs somehow. If you have the Dezo and you have your Slardar in front, you don't need the extra catch. You just need survivability. I feel like just make sure that you don't die. I don't know, whatever. Either beef yourself up or buy a BKB. Who cares? But at this point, I feel like it won't even matter.
This Roche is not going to take all that long. Also, in that fight, was that not the most classic fly death you've seen in a long time? Where you're just like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he expected. Like, he also has his Orchid, right? He thinks that he can get on top of a tower. This is what I was... when you asked me earlier, what do you think will be the classic? This is the classic Naga, right? But I also wondered if Orchid is that necessary, or if he can just go and beef himself up, because his isn't the catch, his problem is surviving these fights.
I'm with you on that. Firefly is certainly not tanky enough right now, especially having to deal with all this negative armor, the Aghanim shot on the Lion. Life is tough to be a Naga in this situation.
Yeah, well, they did last pick the Naga, right? It's not like picked into her, so they must know something or expect something out of the hero.
We do have a glimmer of hope that's just emerged right now. Tusk Mercy has just grabbed himself a Blink Dagger, so now they have 2 sources of reach. We'll see if he decides to link up with the Puck and smoke somewhere. Does anybody have a smoke at the moment? Okay, Mercy is carrying one. So this would be an opportune moment, but Team Zero are carrying an Aegis, so it's very hard fighting in. But they can just bring the fight to you. They're gonna smoke up and try to find an engagement on the map.
Yeah, more importantly, you got a Crystal Cone on Crystal Maiden.
Hashtag value, bro.
Super value.
Actually, I love the shot. Oh my god, did you see 7 initiation? Catches out the Lone Druid. It's actually kind of sad because you could see that they really wanted to try to kill off the bear, but Old 11 just dies so fast that they don't have an opportunity to attack the bear itself. Yeah. Easy kill. Probably going to set up for another tier 2 as well.
It feels bad when you're a Lone Druid. You come to the lane, you completely outplay everyone, playing out of your mind, and then you're just free food, free snack for the enemy team. Because he can't really do a lot. It's the nature of the hero. It's not like he can... It's not like he's able to outplay you now. No, you buy your defusal, you buy your harpoon, whatever. That's it.
Well, earlier on you were talking about how Ice Ice should be finding and killing off these illusions. He does one better as they catch out and kill Fly, the Naga Siren, was farming all across the map. And yet again, you know, you were mentioning earlier the kill combo. This time around is not the Jakiro they bring along. It is the Lion, who also had leveled Fly did not stand a chance.
Tell me, I have a question for you. Kill combo on Titan. Like, who does stuff on the map?
Oh, you mentioned it, bro. Yes, you need to buy a Blink Dagger on the Bear, right? So that you get Dream Coil, Bear blinks in.
Or
then you
Aghanim's
come
on
through.
Taz to kick them out.
There we go. Yes, yes, yes. But we talked about this in the draft, that like this Titan lineup doesn't actually have that much damage. Their damage is slow, lumbering, only for elongated fights. But Team Zero are also better than you at elongated fights, as they're going to demonstrate that, jumping onto this puck, silencing her up. She does manage to get herself away, but with the Macro Pyre being in play, Mercy doesn't stand a chance. This time be able to find the Bear, but 7E once more. He activated a BKB for this one, so he's going to chase off Old 11. They have the vision. He's thinking about it, has the blink, has the stun, Ice Ice has the reach as well. So that will lead into Lone Druid getting brought down. On a double kill, a dominating streak, and having 12 is Desolator. And fam, there's no reason to stop right now. Might as well just go high ground for the tier 3.
GG.
They actually just call it.
I was just gonna say, this is call worthy. Like, your draft just does nothing to them. You can't come back into a game such as this one. Your Bear is disappearing, your puck is dying, your Tusk just does absolutely nothing to the Jakiro. You saw that last fight. Tusk jumps, snowball.